So, in a recent episode of First Take, JJ Redick and Shannon Sharpe got into a heated exchange about the Los Angeles Lakers. And the topic at hand was, are the Lakers a threat in the Western Conference? And JJ Redick said, absolutely not. And Shannon Sharpe was mad because, of course, LeBron James is his guy as the GOAT. And anytime you have an opinion that he doesn't like when it comes to the success of the Lakers, he is going to fire back. And he was going at it with JJ Redick. It seemed like he got a little personal because he's been holding some stuff in with JJ Redick. He's like, you are always contextualizing everything. And JJ Redick was giving his reason. I thought he had a good point. But let's just talk about the Los Angeles Lakers for just a moment. They're 34-30. They played the Sacramento Kings and lost again to them. It seems like the Sacramento Kings just love playing the Lakers. And Sabonis was just unbelievable, outplaying Anthony Davis. That is just crazy to me. And it seems like the Kings have their number. Of course, the Denver Nuggets, they always beat the Lakers these days. They've won 8 straight in a row. And you have to wonder, are the Lakers going to make a run at this? Now, there's reports that Gabe Vincent is coming back soon. I think I saw in the middle of March. We'll see if Vanderbilt also comes back because they could use those guys. Gabe Vincent as a glue guy in the playoffs, I think would have a huge effect. But is there going to be enough time for the Lakers to make a big push? Because they did beat OKC, and people were loving that win. Now, they play really well against OKC, and it's really all about matchups for the Lakers. And JJ Redick, he told the truth. They have been great offensively lately, but defensively, they're 21st. And he wasn't lying about that. It's not like he's trying to downplay the Lakers' performance. It's just been up and down all year long. And you have to wonder, are the Lakers going to kick it into another gear? There's 64 games so far in the season for them. They play the Bucks tonight, so this will be another big game for them to really showcase that, hey, you can't count us out. Now, for me, I'm not going to count them out because I think the Lakers, I know I'm a Celtics fan, but I want to be objective here because last year they were 43-39 and they made the Western Conference Finals, right? I think with LA, they need to go on a nice little run before the playoffs start because if they're coming in cold and everything and not really in a good rhythm, then it's going to be pretty nasty. So I think it's important for them to have some rhythm and be as healthy as possible by the time the playoffs arrive. Now, if they run into Denver in the first round, it's going to be ugly because I think Denver is the best team in the Western Conference. It's not even close to me. But if they can at least avoid Denver and play OKC or the Timberwolves, we heard about the Wolves dealing with Cat's torn meniscus. I hope he gets back and recovers. We'll see how that injury plays out. The Lakers should feel good about themselves against those guys. Now, I'm going to play a clip with JJ Redick and Shannon Sharpe, and I'll give my thoughts on what they had to say.
Oklahoma City had a tough game Sunday night in Phoenix. Then they turn around and they've got to play the Lakers on a back-to-back. They have the worst shooting first half of their entire season. Yep. They are a legit threat. I think Minnesota's a legit threat. I think the Clippers are a legit threat. But we can sort of stop the entire conversation when we talk about them winning the Western Conference, the Lakers winning the Western Conference because of what Stephen A. said. I do not think they can beat the Denver Nuggets.
But see, why do people make all these concessions? Oh, it was a tough back-to-back. It was a this or that.
I'm not
making concessions for every.
I'm contextualizing the loss last night, Shannon.
I know you do a great job of contextualizing, but let me speak. The problem that I have with you and others is that you make concessions for every other team in the West, not named the Lakers. If the Lakers had lost on a back-to-back, you would have said they're old and tired. Well, let me ask you this. Who are Phoenix wing stoppers on the defensive end? We saw LeBron hunt Kawhi Leonard. We saw LeBron James do what he did. Who's going to guard LeBron James for the Clippers? Who's going to guard LeBron James for Phoenix?
LeBron James didn't hunt Kawhi Leonard in that fourth quarter. Clippers switched more than any team.
They put him in the pick and roll. They put him in the pick and roll.
Daniel Tice on LeBron James in that fourth quarter. He hit 2 transition threes. They messed up the first 3. They messed up the switch on Horn's chest. They messed up the switch on Horn's chest. Then he hits 2 transition threes. Then he hits a 3 over Daniel Tice. Now all of a sudden they're forced to double. He was not hunting Kawhi Leonard. Shannon,
let me ask you a question. If Kawhi Leonard is what? Hold on. If Kawhi Leonard is what you said, why didn't he fight harder over that pick? See, that's what Kobe did. That's what Jordan did. That's what LeBron did when he was in his prime. He fought over picks. So answer that question, Mr. Contextualization.
Shannon, you're going to have to ask Ty Lue that question because, again, that is their defensive strategy.
You. I don't have Ty Lue in front of me.
That has been the strategy for the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm telling you, that is the defensive strategy for the Los Angeles Clippers. He is comfortable switching his bigs on two perimeter players. I played against the Clippers in 21. I was injured, rather, but I was on the Dallas Mavericks for 7 games. He switched Zubats onto Luka. He was comfortable living in those matchups.
Now, as you saw there with JJ Redick and Shannon Sharpe, JJ wasn't lying when it came to the Clippers. Shannon Sharpe was like, well, why isn't Kawhi Leonard switching the screen better? And why isn't Kawhi, trying to guard the best guy? And JJ Redick's like, that's not how the Clippers play defense. They switch everything. I remember when they played the Dallas Mavericks and they switched everything. And I wondered, like, why were they doing that? Because Luka was going crazy on them back in the 2021 playoffs. But it didn't matter. They still got through the series, but that's how the Clippers play their defense. They switch everything. They don't try to go around the screens to stay on the guy. They just switch it. And you can criticize Kawhi, you can criticize his play, but at the end of the day, that's just the style that LA plays with. It's no excuse to blow a 19-point lead against the Lakers. Like, that's pathetic to me. That's why I think the Clippers are just forever cursed. When I saw that, I'm thinking the Clippers are just cursed, man. They can't ever seem to get it together. Maybe I'll be wrong in the playoffs, but, when I see stuff like that go down, it just makes me lose faith in them. Now, when it came to this heated exchange between Shannon and JJ Redick, Shannon, again, just proves that anytime you speak about LeBron and you say something, negative or something that is truthful, he doesn't like it. And when I look at the Lakers, yes, they have the potential to make a run in the West, but the question is, are they contenders? Can they get to the finals? And my answer is no, they can't, because Denver is the best team in the Western Conference. I mean, we saw them against Boston last night. They were executing so well. Jokic was the best player on the basketball court. And like I keep saying over and over again, if Jason Tatum is not the best superstar on the court, the Celtics are not winning a championship. So if he's not better than Jokic, if he's not better than Giannis, if he's not better than SGA, than Anthony Edwards, than LeBron James in the finals, the Celtics are not winning. Or even better than Giannis in the Eastern Conference Finals, because I think the Bucks should make it. Then they're not winning anything. And that was proven last night against the Nuggets. Now, again, the question was, are the Lakers a threat? It just depends how you define that. To JJ Redick's perspective, they're not a threat, because he compares them to Denver, and he's like, why should I even take them serious if they're not even going to beat Denver one time, right? It makes a lot of sense to me, and I get his point. And Shannon Sharpe is getting upset over here saying, oh, you always contextualize everything. How is he contextualizing things? He's telling the truth. He was right about the Clippers. And with the Lakers, can you trust them, right? Are they going to be healthy? Is there going to be another injury that happens? Is Anthony Davis going to stay healthy? I know he's been healthy all year long, but you still have those doubts. And you wonder, is this Lakers team going to figure it out on time? Because with the Kings beating them again and Sabonis outplaying Anthony Davis, it makes you wonder, are the Lakers for real? I still think there's still time for them to get this together. They got a tough schedule. They got to play the Bucks tonight. We'll see how they perform and how things turn out. And with Shannon and JJ Redick, I mean, my goodness, there's no point to always getting your feelings, Shannon Sharpe. The Lakers are 34-30. They're a playing team. Let's pump the brakes. Let's relax sometimes, because someone has a different opinion than you. And if the Lakers get knocked out in the first round, what are you going to say then, right? What if they run into the Denver Nuggets? Are we really going to pick the Lakers over the Nuggets? I'm not. Jokic is the best player to me today. And it's just obvious that, the love for the Lakers and the agendas that the media pushes is a bit ridiculous. The Lakers in the last few years, they had that great run last year. And then ever since the bubble, it's just been up and down. So we'll have to wait and see how this all turns out. But as of today, I get why JJ Redick feels this way. He just saw them play the Nuggets last Saturday. Of course he's going to think they're not contenders. He saw it front and center, how they execute, how they get things done. So why are we upset, Shannon? We got to do better. So, yeah, my thing is this. The Lakers, it's going to come down to health and playing well down the stretch. So winning 8 of 10 or, being 7-3 in the last 10 games, that is going to be important, because if they don't build momentum towards the playoffs, it's going to be really tough for them. And I think, even if they get in the playing game, they got to have a lot of momentum going in. And they got to make sure they don't match up with Denver, because I don't think that's going to end well for them. They might lose in 5 or 6 games, because Denver is just amazing. The way they run their offense, Murray and Jokic are just a great tandem. They don't get enough respect, and they should get more respect. But, hey, Denver would just show it in the playoffs again. So, yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. What are your thoughts on the heated exchange between JJ Redick and Shannon Sharpe? Love to hear from you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.